Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make these beautiful professional labels for a foamer bottle like this. Labeling these foamer bottles could be a little tricky because it's a weird shape, it's curved, and your traditional round sticker or square sticker might not look as good as a sticker that's cut to size like this one is. So in this video, I'm going to show you first how I designed this label on Canva, and then also how I was able to cut this label so that it is around my design instead of your traditional circle or square through using a Cricut. So if that is something that you're interested in, then keep watching. So here we are in Canva's homepage, and the first thing I'm going to do is to create a design by clicking this button that literally says create a design. Once I click that, I have a few options. I'm going to create a design using a custom size, and I think for a design that'll fit on a bottle like this, a design that's about 5 inches by 5 inches is a good size for that. So I'm gonna go 5 and 5, and I'm going to choose inches instead of pixels. And that will give me this blank square that I can use to start creating my hand soap label. And in order to do that, I can start playing around with fonts and go into all of that. But what I like to do instead is to let Canva do the hard work for me in terms of design by choosing one of their already created templates. So if I go into their text options, you can see that there is already all of these cool text designs that they've already created. And some of them have these little crowns on them indicating that this is a pro design and you have to have a pro account in order to use those designs, which I do have and I could use that, but there are a lot of free ones that you can select, like this Cheers to a New Year design. And I like to use this design for a lot of different things because if I click it and show you, it's very easy on the eyes. I like that it incorporates two types of script. One of them is that handwritten type of font, which I think looks really cool, and it contrasts to the very minimal typeface underneath. So I think that is a great start, and I'm going to choose that for my hand soap labels. So I already chose this design by clicking it over here, and that has put it onto my canvas. And in order to start editing it, all I have to do is click on there and remove what it says here with whatever I want it to say. And because the scent of my hand soap is raspberry lemonade, I'm going to change this to say raspberry lemonade. And I'm going to change this font down here to say foaming hand soap. So I'm not done with this. I need to add my logo, and there's a number of ways you can do that. One of the ways is by clicking this option here that says uploads, and over here you can see where I've already uploaded a few things onto Canva, and you can just click upload media and search through your files and it will upload it that way. But another much easier option would be to just drag your designs right onto the canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do that. So I have my file over here on the side, and I'm just going to drag it over right onto my canvas here in Canva. There it is right there. I can change the sizes and move this around. So let's move this down to here. And I can change the size of my logo too by just making it smaller. So we have our company name, our scent name, we have our product here, and the last thing I'm going to add is the weight of my product, and this is about 8 ounces. I want that to match my very simple script down here, so I'm going to click text again, and I'm going to add a heading, and I'm going to move that to the very bottom. I'm going to change that to say 8 ounces. And I'm going to change the font to whatever font this is. So if I click that, it says it's Glacial Indifference. So I'm going to change that to Glacial Indifference. And I'm going to change the size of it so that it is in the middle. And this tutorial is not on the proper way of labeling a product. It's just kind of a guide to show you how quickly you can design these things in Canva. So now that everything is done, I'm going to go ahead and download it, and the way I'm going to do that is by clicking this share button up here, and you have a few options, and what I'm going to select is to download this as a PNG, and I'm going to click transparent background. And what that's going to do is just download the text and not any of the white background of the canvas. So this is what I have after I've downloaded my Canva design as a .png, and you can tell that it is just the text because all of the text is surrounded by this gray background. And so what I'm going to do with this is now upload that into my Cricut design space. So let me show you how I do that. So here we are in Cricut design space. I'm going to click new project, and so what I'm going to do is upload my .png file. And to do that, I click here, it says upload. I'm gonna click upload image. I'm gonna browse and pull up my file. So here it's gonna ask me a few questions. It's gonna ask me to select the image type, and I always click complex, and then I'll click continue. So it's gonna ask me to remove the background. So I'm just going to select what I want removed. So I'm just going to click these guys over here so that it uploads onto my design space as just the text. So I'm gonna click apply and continue. Here it shows you what this would look like if it was cut, and then on the other side, this is what it would look like if I select the print then cut feature. So I'm gonna click print and cut, and then I'm gonna upload it like that. I'm gonna choose it and then click add to canvas. And so here it is on my canvas, and right now it's showing me how big it is in terms of inches. I'm gonna size this down so that it fits to my product. So before we change the numbers here, we're going to click this lock button so that we keep the dimensions of the design intact. And then we're gonna change this height to say 2.5 inches tall. That will update us to how tall we actually want this. And it says it's about 2 inches or 2.3 inches wide, and I think that's gonna be perfect for here. Let's change it to just a tad shorter, maybe 2.35. And now it says the height is at 2.1, which I think should be great. So what we're going to do now is create an offset to our design, and that's because if we don't add that, the Cricut is gonna cut each letter individually, the outline of that, and we don't want that. We want it to cut a general, like a sticker like outline. So in order to do that, we're going to click our design, and then we're gonna click this offset tool right here. And we're gonna make sure that the rounded corners are selected. And the way I see it now, it's a little wide, so we're going to bring that in just a little bit. So I have the offset set at 0.236 inches, and I'm gonna click apply. And right now this looks funny because the offset is set to black. We're gonna change that to white. And there you go. So if I were to send this design to my Cricut and my printer right now, it would be no good. The Cricut would try to cut each individual line of all of this text, and we don't want that. We just want it to cut the offset outline. So in order to do that, we are first going to attach these two images together by selecting them both and clicking attach, and then we are going to click flatten, and that will make the Cricut read this as one cohesive print then cut image, and it will only cut the outline where the offset is. If you don't do that, it's going to cut all the letters out. Don't ask me how I know. So now that it's ready, we are going to send this to both my printer for it to print out the design, and then to my Cricut. Before I send it to my printer, I wanted to quickly talk about the type of paper I'm going to be using for these labels. And my favorite labels to use are the ones from Online Labels. And we're going to be using their sticker sheet. For this particular sticker, I want it to be clear, so I'm choosing the clear gloss for laser. And it's just a sticker sheet, which is great for the Cricut because I can cut my own designs onto here. So this is gonna go into my laser printer, and I'm gonna first print my design on here. So here is my printed design. I printed more than one because I hate wasting label print paper, and I figured since I'm going to be making a few of these, why not print a few designs. And what this black outline is is to help the Cricut when it's cutting. It will know exactly where the design is so that it knows exactly where to cut. So now that we have this printed, I'm going to stick this onto my Cricut mat and feed it into my Cricut so that it can cut this out. So here is our cut labels. We're just going to peel this off. This is so satisfying. I love this part. Peel the sheet off like that. And here is my label sheet with my stickers on here. And now all that there is left to do is to peel the sticker off and stick it onto my bottle. So let me show you exactly that. So here is the finished product, and it looks really, really nice. And when placing these labels on, it's best to stick it down the middle first and then slowly spread out the sticker so that you prevent those wrinkles that could occur. And what's nice about cutting these stickers around the shape of your text and your design is that when it's a curved bottle like this, it decreases the chance of that puckering that you might get from like a round sticker or even a rectangle or square sticker. Because of this curved surface, you have different contours of the label that make it lie nice and flat against your product. And I think the finished product looks very professional and very cool. And this video wasn't about the proper labeling of a product at all, but if you are going to sell this product, make sure that you are labeling your products correctly, and also that you include an ingredient label in the back as well. What I really like about online labels, clear, gloss for laser labels, is the fact that it's waterproof. So if you were to set this on your counter and splash it with water, it's not going to cause any of this ink to run, and it's gonna just make sure that this label sticks on here really, really good. And as I'm rubbing my finger hard against this, it's not smudging it, it's not causing it to fade. So these labels are pretty good. This video isn't sponsored by online labels. I just really like their labels a lot, and if you want to check them out, there is a link in my description box below. And if you are interested in Canva, I have that linked in my description box below. I really think that the free version offers so much, but if you want a little bit more features like downloading things as a PNG file, I believe that's under the Pro account, and in the grand scheme of things, $10 a month for Canva Pro is nothing. Ever since I've bought this subscription, I've used Canva for my business almost daily, and I think you will find that you will too. So I highly recommend the subscription, but you can get away with a lot using the free account. If you're interested in the recipe for this liquid foaming hand soap, that's on my Patreon, and I have that linked. And speaking of my Patreon, thank you to all of my patrons. You guys are amazing and fantastic. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you, especially my Bubble BFFs. Your comments, your questions, everything. Interacting with you has been amazing and so fun. So thank you so much for sharing your business journeys with me and asking me the questions that you ask, because it really helps me as a creator and a business owner improve, and just thank you. You guys are awesome. So that is it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. If you want to see more, then please subscribe. And until the next video, keep smiling, keep being awesome, and keep making beautiful, professional looking products using Canva and online labels. And I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.